first female pharmacist VC, Lord FG over embargo on codeine. The first female pharmacist professor in University of Ibadan and Vice Chancellor of Queensland University, Professor Mrs. Chinedum Peace Babalola, has commended the effort of the federal government through the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, for banning the use, sales and manufacturing of codeine in Nigeria.
Serious problems deserve serious approach, serious solutions. And I know that this first announcement or ban is more like preliminary. If you notice, when the drug companies, 3 drug companies implicated were shut down in quote by shutting down some of their lines of production, after a short while they were opened. So, but when you have a serious problem, first deal with it and then look at other avenues of dealing with it. So I look at this as there was an emergency, and so you need an emergency treatment, and I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm sure this is one step, like I said, and I know that the federal government, when they talk about codeine, don't forget the federal government also set up a committee to look into codeine, and it says codeine and related substances. So I'm sure from codeine, the touch, the focus will continue to go to the others that are being abused.
She explained that Nigeria has a weaker regulatory system than developed countries.
We have weaker regulatory systems than developed countries. But we are not doing badly. We have the NAFDAC, we have the NDLEA, we have the PCN. They are all regulatory organs that can help in controlling access. But when there are problems, you list all the different solutions and you approach the problems according to importance or according to effectiveness.
The Vice Chancellor said a curriculum on drug abuse is being worked upon presently and it will be submitted to relevant bodies.
I'm working on the curriculum at the moment, coming up with a curriculum as well as the material. It was on how we should use drugs, and a significant part of it was devoted to drug abuse. And I also want to look again into that particular curriculum and strengthen that aspect. Once I finish, I deploy it to UI. And then for other universities, if I develop this curriculum, I deploy it starting, the charity begins at home. We deploy into our own general studies here. You understand? So I'm developing it at the moment.
Professor Babalola emphasized that not only drugs are abused, and there are other ways to curb the abuse. Everyone must come on board in curbing drug abuse.
There are other ways to curb these things. Everybody comes on board. Social responsibility, public health issue, if we begin to talk to the people. There are so many things that should be involved with curbing drug abuse. But I agree with you that there are other things being abused. And I also believe that the government should put an eye on all those, not only codeine syrup.